Today, we are fishing a crystal clear lake for springtime giants.
Crap, this feels giant. Holy sh! We just hooked something massive. I haven't even seen what it is. What a way to... Oh my gosh, we got him. What is going on, guys? Welcome to this beautiful day we have here. We are going to be doing a little bit of fishing today, obviously. Now, with springtime, the fishing around me has been pretty brutal, I cannot lie. Between the bass spawning, the weather fluctuating like crazy, the bite around me just hasn't been too good. So today's mission is just go out and get some bites, try and catch whatever we can, or whatever's willing to bite, and hopefully catch some monsters along the way. We got the rod right here, the rest of the stuff's out on the boat. So we're gonna head back there, get rigged up, and get out there and hopefully catch some monsters. There we go. There's a fish, guys. Holy crap. This feels giant. Holy shnikes. We just hooked something massive. Holy criminy. Please be a bass, but I'm thinking this is a pike. This is a giant. Oh my goodness. Right on the jig and minnow using livescope. Holy crap, I haven't even seen what it is. What a way to start the video though. What a freaking way. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of that pike. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, guys. This might be a 40-inch pike. Look at the size of this gator. Holy crap. Look at that. Look at this thing. Let's see if we can steer him towards the back of the boat. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This thing is a freaking tank. This thing is a freaking tank. Come here. Oh, it's so big it doesn't even fit in the net. Oh, it was just in the net. Whew. All right, come on. Come on. Oh, I'm really trying to fight this fish as light as I can so that the line does not snap, because I want to show you guys this beast. Got him. Oh my gosh, we got him. We got this freaking tank. Look at this fish. Oh my goodness. You guys, check out this freaking toad. This is a beast. She's bleeding pretty freaking bad. And there she goes. Oh my goodness. That was one of my biggest pike I have ever caught. Now that is a way you want to start the video. I was just scoping, looking around on livescope. I saw this pile of grass kind of just out amongst the sandy bottom, and I threw a little bit behind the grass, twitched it a couple times right off the bottom, and this thing inhaled the bait. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera because I started to panic a little bit just because it was bleeding so much, and I want to prioritize the fish's safety and health. Obviously, get them back in the water as quick as possible. But that thing probably was my biggest pike all year. I wish I could have got a measure. If I had to guess, it'd be high to mid 30s. But what a way to start the video. If this is what today is going to be like, we are going to be in for a treat. So right now you guys are looking at kind of what I'm throwing around. You guys can see there's my bait floating down at about 30-ish foot. I'll try and make sure it's in frame a little bit. But looks like we got something. I mean, you guys can see there's a little fish coming after, but we got something about 40 foot. But anyway, this is kind of the stuff we're throwing around right now. You guys can see on the main camera. We just got a ton of rain, and right now the lake is crystal freaking clear. So these fish are in a feeding mood. We got on just a simple white baby Z2, I think that's what it's called. And all those bait fish down there are, my guess, are some sort of crappie, bluegill, or something like that. But that big fish was just hiding out right in the middle of all that stuff. And yeah, the rest is history. Definitely one of my biggest catches all year. Got him on the jerkbait. Man, he smoked that. This has got to be a pike. No, it's a bass. Okay, way smaller than I thought too, but dang, it's been a hot second since we landed that one monster pike. But we're finally back onto the board now with a little bit of a jerkbait bass. When they're not biting, when in doubt, throw the jerkbait. Look at, got a huge head for a very small body, but feels good to get back on the board again. Like I just said, throwing the jerkbait, and we're throwing it on the trusty lures. Right now, the fishing is extremely tough. Like all the fish are almost mid-spawn, so this last week and this week is a pretty rough stretch. There we go, got a weed, but it's been a pretty rough stretch, and I just honestly can't wait for it to be done. Have these fish kind of start moving back into some deeper water where catching them's a lot easier, because when they're on beds, they're not too hungry, and when they're not too hungry, they don't bite too much. But feels good to get the second fish onto the board. Try and get a couple more just like that one. There we go. Here's a fish. Oh my goodness. Well, this is 100% not what we are after, but look at the size of this crappie, you guys. That is a freaking tank of a crappie. Just absolutely annihilated that little jig minnow. But that's probably like a foot-long crappie. Send him on back. It's now 2 fish in probably 10-ish minutes, but not the species we're after. But honestly, on a day like today where the bites are tough, we'll take it. Something to entertain us a little bit. But I was hoping that'd be a bass, because that looked like a pretty decent sized mark. So I guess those are our crappie. I'm still trying to distinguish what is a bass and what's a crappie. Sometimes I'm throwing at crappie and I'm throwing at bluegill when that's not what I'm trying to catch. But we're dropping down. Let's see if we can get anything to come out of this pile. There we go. Come here. Come here. Come here, bass. Heck yeah. Fish number 4. Little guy, about the same size as the first bass on the jerkbait, but there we are. See ya. And just got I got those livescope screen all soaked, but we finally got some cloud cover. The sun's been pretty brutal all day, to be honest, and right now we're kind of just working our way up along a little shallow bank. You know, to my right it's about let's see, 6-ish foot, and then to my left there's a drop off drops off to about 12. So we're kind of just trying to throw this along the drop off because there's a little bit of a weed line, and right now I'm kind of just watching my jerkbait on the screen, watching it go over the weed line, and yeah, basically checking to see if there's any fish and stuff like that. There's definitely a couple down there, but you know, the whole day's been pretty tough trying to get them to eat. Like I mentioned earlier, it is spawning season, so getting some of these fish to eat can be a little bit difficult. You know, the water temp is right now, it's about 63 degrees right here, which it's fairly warm. Anything in that high 50s to low 60s, the fish are normally pretty active. So hope we can get a couple more on camera today. It is, yeah, it's about 5 o'clock, so we got plenty of daylight left. It's just whether or not we can get some of these guys to start committing to the bait a little more. That was sick. I just saw him come up and smoke. No, it's a freaking crappie. You guys, that is insane. Well, I was gonna say, I just seen him on livescope come up and smoke it, but I mean, it's another just giant crappie. Get him on back, and hopefully we can start finding some bass. This crappie this year have been, for whatever reason, just out of this world big and in numbers. You know, I've been fishing this lake for like 10 years, and I have never had a year where A, you catch so many crappie, and B, they're just that sheer size. You know, this also is the first year I've had live scope, so you know, finding them has been a little bit easier. But you know, even when I didn't have it, the ones I would catch were never that size. If only our bass could get this big, but I don't think a bass would be munching a crappie that's that size. Oh, one's looking at it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come get it. There we go. Ah, it took a little finesse, but we got him. Nice little orgy. That sun's probably killer. Sorry, guys. But heck yeah. Send him on back on the good old scope and minnow. Well, you guys, I just realized I didn't film the outro, but here's a little sneak peek of next video. But to wrap up this video, that went about as expected, to be honest. That first fish, though, did not expect to catch such a beast like that. That honestly was a sick catch. My biggest pike all year, probably the biggest fish I've caught all year. But the rest of the fish, you know, a couple big crappie and then just some average bass. But that's expected for this time of year. I think in about a week, once the weather really heats up and once the fish are done spawning, it should be a heck of a lot easier. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure you leave it a like, a subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.